Even talking about brakes above 4 millimeters is crazy. Calling brake pads yellow at 5 or 6 millimeters is stupid. Well, let's talk about it. Of course, you know that I like to use the red, yellow, green category system. Now, depending on your dealership, OEM, what brand you work for, if it's an independent, you might scale those differently. My rule of thumb has always been 1 to 3 is red, 4 to 6 is yellow, and then 7 and above is green. And I'm not going to object if you like to vary that or shift that in different directions. You see, the real point of this system is to give the customer a very clear way to understand where their brake pads are in their overall lifespan. Green is good, yellow is caution, red is bad. When you approach a customer who is not mechanically inclined, and a lot of them are not in reference to their vehicle, and you say, hey, your brakes are at 6 millimeters, they're going to look at you like this. Because they're not going to know what 6 millimeters, we don't even use that system in this country, except for when it comes to certain things like brakes. So basically, those measurements mean nothing to your customer. What's great about this system is you can keep your customer up to date each and every visit. On the first visit, if their brakes are in the green, you can celebrate that. Hey, Mr. Customer, your brakes are in the green status. That means they're super good to go. You got nothing to worry about. We'll keep monitoring them, but you're all set. They feel good, you feel good, you move on. Eventually, those brakes are going to be in the yellow status. Hey, Mr. Customer, I just want to let you know your brakes are in the yellow status now. That's not cause for panic or anything like that. You don't need to replace them just yet. It's a cautionary thing. I'm just letting you know in the next few visits, we might make a recommendation to have them replaced. That prepares your customer for what's to come next. And then finally, when you're getting to the lower ends of the yellow category, or even in the top ends of the red, hopefully not the low ends of the red, you say, hey, Mr. Customer, your vehicle is now in the red status as far as the brakes are concerned. We do need to get those replaced today. Your stopping distance can be affected. If we let this go for too long, you can get metal on metal brakes, which can damage other components. We want to avoid that altogether. It is a safety issue. And your customer's going to be like, you know what? I was kind of expecting this because every single visit we've talked about my brakes, and I've slowly watched them degrade and get smaller and smaller per the scales you've been using for me. So I'm prepared to make this purchase. That's how you build loyalty with your customer. That's how you educate your customer and keep them informed. And remember, a satisfied customer requires 3 elements: trust, respect, and the feeling of control. By doing this with your customer and telling them about their brakes every single visit, you build all 3, which means you build a satisfied, long-term, loyal customer that you can have a relationship with as a service advisor, as a dealership, as an independent shop, as a mechanic, whatever you are. But that is enough from me at this point. I want to hear from all of you in the comment section. How do you handle this? Do you agree with my method? Do you use your own method? What is your method? Like always, your thoughts.